All right. Let's watch the trailer and we'll see what it is. This is Silent Cartographer. It's like the third mission in the game. Damn. The campaign evolved.
Halo Campaign Evolved is the next project coming out of Halo Studios. It is the ultimate Halo CE campaign remake. It is coming to Xbox, PC, and for the first time, PlayStation. It'll be arriving next year. To talk more about it, we've got Dan.
There it is. I fucking knew it. I told y'all this shit was gonna happen. Yes, it is coming to PlayStation. That is huge. This is such a huge W.
Max and Greg from the development team. Guys, let's get into this. Why is this the right game for right now?
We did this work on Halo Anniversary. I felt like there were certain things that were left unsaid. There were certain things that we weren't able to achieve at that time. There were certain things we weren't able to do.
It's a great time to revisit Combat Evolved for new players, for established Halo players, and maybe even for old friends playing on different hardware today, to allow them to play together and enjoy the franchise together again.
Going back to the Halo ring again for the first time.
For the first time is really important. And for them to be surprised by new content and feel like excited again about exploring the ring world.
For new players, this is the right time for you to jump in. Think of this as your introduction into this huge franchise we've been building for the past 25 years.
I'm curious how you're going to focus on capturing the essence of the original, knowing that you need to evolve to kind of move the experience forward.
Isn't it crazy, like, by the way, the fact that this shit, keep in mind, this came out 25 years ago. I don't think people recognize like how fucking next generation this was at the time.
Yeah, from design, we don't take that lightly at all. Whenever we make a change, the number one thing was to be true to the original game.
For every one of those topics that comes up, there's someone who is incredibly passionate on the other side saying we can, like, that is sacred. We do not move that crate.
It's really about looking across, what we've learned over the years, what technology we've built, and how we can tie that back into this experience.
So in this game, up to 4 people can play the campaign together, regardless of which platform they're on. And then we're kicking it old school. We can play 2-player co-op on consoles, on the couch together, just like we did back in the original.
Actually, W. Great decision. That's what they should have done. I remember one of the games didn't release with that. It was a huge mistake. They learned their lesson. This is good.
What do you have to do differently to account now for 4 people running around?
For different co-op counts, we will make some of the spaces larger. We also want to make sure we're authentic to the encounters themselves. So it's a balancing act between that difficulty tuning and making those encounters the right size for the right space.
I understand that we've done some special tune-up works to the beloved Warthog.
Let's see it.
There's a new seat, what I like to call the golf cart seat or the bumper seat. This is on the back of the Warthog, so now you can bring everyone with.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
Let's talk a little bit about one of my favorite aspects of the Halo franchise. What is a skull? What's cool about it? What does it do?
A skull is a gameplay modifier, generally mean-spirited. It makes the game more challenging for the player.
The combination of pairing.
Wasn't it crazy how back in the day, nobody even really knew what the skulls were? And then you just had people on like random online forums and you would hear about it from your friend that like told you like that, like, oh, underneath this one thing, like, really, that was like, whenever you think back on that, like, that was so cool, bro. Like, that was so badass.
These different skulls and how that's going to create that new gameplay experience. Huge amount of replay options for folks.
I love the replayability that skulls bring to a campaign. It just, is almost endless variety.
We have dozens of skulls this time.
The most that we've ever had in a Halo game.
Are you a lasso guy? I think you yourself told me that you don't think anyone would ever be able to complete this game with legendary all skulls on.
I don't think so. I mean, there's a lot. And so if you can do a true legendary all skulls on run, let us know. Because I'd love to see it.
Well, didn't that one guy do it? Yeah, I remember that.
I mean, that'd be really hard.
If there's one thing that this community has shown us is do not underestimate them, and they will find a way.
But that was Halo 2, to be fair.
So Halo's always been known for its sandbox. How has this evolved?
We made sure that anything we included isn't going to drastically change the way the game plays, to change the sandbox in a drastic way, but there's some really fun kind of additions, and that's across enemies, weapons, vehicles, things that in the original CE you weren't able to do before that you now can. You finally killed the elite with the sword. That weapon hits the floor and you can pick that up and just kind of really
that is badass.
Take the enemy.
John, I remember whenever you would play like that shit on Legendary and like the gold elite would come through the door and it was like, oh my God, no, bro, it's over, bro. It's over. Like we're cooked.
Sound design.
Yeah. Oh no.
All these weapons, by the way, have been painstakingly remodeled, rebuilt, higher fidelity. How do all these things kind of come to life?
That comes across through the way they look, the way they sound, the effects, the actual panels on the weapons.
I think this looks good. I mean, it looks fine. I mean, it doesn't look insanely like it's a remake, right? So it's probably not supposed to be like super high def, but this looks fine.
The ammo counters.
With Unreal, the fully dynamic lighting within Lumen allows us to get those effects, right? That rich plasma lighting up and brightening the environments.
Yeah, this is good.
Of course, one of the hallmark elements of Halo CE is what becomes kind of a three-way battle with the introduction of the Flood.
There was quite a bit of development between Halo CE and 3 to kind of how the Flood behaved and just how they interacted with the player. So we've pulled a lot of those.
I remember that shit was really cool because nobody even knew what, like, if I remember right, the introduction of the Flood was not even shown anywhere in like the promotional materials of Halo 1. And so like nobody even knew this shit was going to happen in the game at all. And then like it's just like had that vibe shift and like what was it, like the library? I think that was the map.
Flood behaviors into this game.
And I would say this is a learning specifically from CE to Anniversary, which is just kind of that mood, the atmosphere, the tension, the horror, and really delivering on that from the way that we stage the encounters and the setup and how we reveal the Flood.
In Halo Legacy, there were some pure form units. We have pulled in a familiar friend, familiar fiend, if you will, to challenge the player.
The big boy.
Talk to me just a little bit about how we're approaching the narrative aspects to bring it up to the same level as the rest of this game.
We want to tell an authentic story and we want to level up the cinematics from the source.
Good.
As we were building this out, we didn't just kind of put a new coat of paint over the original cinematics, right? We ended up revisiting exactly how they were blocked out, how they were sequenced, how they were put together, and we've done that across the board.
We have access to original source assets, original source code, and access to the original storyboards. We are remastering, remixing the music to go along with these cinematics.
We also had the core principal cast come in and
I hope that they can do that in the right way, because like some of those cinematics and everything, it was just like, it was so good. And I just like, I'm worried about that, right? Because it's just like, oh man.
All the lines.
I hope
How
it's
much
good.
firepower would you need to crack one of the engine shields?
This really provides a degree of fidelity that we weren't able to do for Halo Anniversary.
Now would be a very good time to leave.
I'm super excited that this game will include 3 brand new bonus missions. Tell me a little bit about that.
It was really important that we preserve the original story as it is. So these missions specifically are meant to be a prequel, a setup for, the main course. These new missions are going to offer some new opportunities for character interactions, maybe between, Chief and Johnson.
We've got some new mechanics, maybe some new AI behaviors, things that haven't been done before in Halo CE.
I think we're just getting started.
So where are we right now at this stage in development? What can you share with us?
In the past few weeks, we've been able to start engaging and sending builds out to some of our community members.
We can now see so many of the elements of the level really coming together.
There's a point in every game's life cycle where it kind of just comes online.
Seeing really high fidelity versions of cinematics, elements of the sandbox and encounter tweaks and the lighting.
You go to someone's desk and give feedback live on an experience, and to me that's like a really exciting
time.
That looks
badass.
The ultimate love letter to the game that started it all. I would call upon our entire Halo community to welcome with open arms this next generation of players. I'm excited to just relive these experiences again for the first time.
Man. So they're remaking the entire campaign. Holy shit. Yeah, so excited. I mean, that's awesome. Like, I'm happy. I mean, I wonder if it's going to be any good, right? I'm not sure. I hope there's no sprinting, though. I don't really have an opinion about it. Let me see what this one is. This is the trailer that they just put out.
According to the data in their networks, the ring has some kind of deep religious significance. They call it Halo. They believe that Halo is some kind of weapon.
What sort of weapon is it?
One with unimaginable power.
I really kind of forgot how cool this was. I did. I forgot.
Power.
Gotta find the cartographer. We'll keep him busy as long as we can.
Fire Team Charlie, we're on our way.
Touchdown! Hit it, Marines!
Yeah.
Somebody order a warthog.
Man. Do you remember trying to drive the Warthog inside of the building? Did y'all ever try and do that? That's exactly what I did.
The Covenant are putting up a real fight. The cartographer must be here.
Yeah.
Rock and roll!
It was worth it. It was.
Give them hell, Chief.
Man. I think I'm not updating quality. Wait just a second. Not updating quality of life and expanding controls in Oblivion was a real detriment. I think sprinting would be good here, a real remaster. Okay, so this is like the whole actual thing. Let me see it.
The Covenant believe that what they call the Silent Cartographer is somewhere under this island. The Cartographer is a map room that will lead us to Halo's control center.
I don't mind sprinting. I don't have an opinion on it. If you want me to be honest, like I don't strongly feel one way or another. It's just not, it just doesn't matter a lot to me. New project and it's in 2 minutes? I said 2 minutes. Well, it's got to just be this, right? It has to just be this. Wait, it's going to be different? If it's any different than what we already watched? Yeah, I feel like it's going to be the same thing. Like, I mean, there's no way they're going to announce two things like this at the same time. I'll say this looks good. Definitely looks good. Look at this. It's solid, yeah. It's like, what is this here? It was leaked a bit ago. It's a new Halo game. Bullshit. Bullshit. You're so full of shit. There's no way. There's no way. No way. No way. I think you're lying. Smell, I'm gonna use the bathroom. Yeah, no. He lying.
We actually introduced a brand new name, of course, for the studio. So that leaves me with the big question: is Sketch, what's on deck for this year?
Well, we thought we'd change our name again. No, I'm just kidding.
All right.
Honestly, Lottie, it's been
Where's
a
the
really
announcement?
busy and exciting year at Halo Studios. The team's just been laser focused, working on the next chapter for the franchise.
Nope.
As you mentioned, kind of last year, we took a look at what Halo could look like in Unreal 5, and over the past year, we've been busy playing Halo in Unreal
Relax,
5. So
calm
it's
down.
just been a really exciting time
Calm down.
for the studio. We're on the eve now of 25 years. The anniversary is next year. Really since the beginning of it all with the release of
bro,
combat
25
evolved. So
years.
really big momentous moment and super exciting.
Has it
time
really
as
been
we
that
look
long?
ahead to what's going to be the next chapter for Halo.
I mean, so many incredible memories. I mean, Max, you must have tons of memories that
Jesus.
being in the franchise. And,
There's no
and
way that's
obviously
true, right? It's
Halo,
gotta be a
just
lie.
nostalgic, isn't it?
That's right. I mean, 25 years. It's incredible, right? So thinking back to the Combat Evolved experience.
Yeah,
I mean,
you
being
probably
on
had
the
hair
ring
back
for
then,
the
right?
First time as Chief, you know, just driving that Warthog through the beach, playing co-op on the couch with a friend, getting through the legendary campaign. There's just so many great memories.
Yeah, and like I remember buying my first Xbox back in 2001 and playing the game with my buddies on the couch. And then personally, I would just stop and look at the game and what they were doing in Halo. I just never
Look
seen
out into the
before. It's
background.
incredible.
Yeah.
Honestly, I got a massive role as the coolest big sister because it's how I literally spent time with my brother. We split screened Halo. That was what we did, and it was incredible. So many amazing memories. But
wait,
bringing it
girls
back
played
to
this
the
game?
present,
Is
you
that
must
true?
be here for a reason, and I already know you got something up your sleeve. Well, if you were wearing longer ones, Damon. But do you want to hit us with a little world premiere?
World premiere.
This has got to be the same thing, right? Yeah, this has got to be it. Yeah. So it's going to be the same thing, right? I mean, there's no way they're going to announce another game. Like, because it's the same one. That's what I thought. Like, because like there's no shot they're just going to go and announce another one. The chatter lied. I mean, I'll see if they have any follow-up to this, right? Because like we don't know 100% yet. So I'll give it a little bit longer and, you know, we'll see what happens. Maybe multiplayer? Well, I think obviously they're going to have multiplayer. I mean, it goes without saying they're going to have multiplayer.
Halo Studios. It is the ultimate Halo CE campaign remake. It is coming to Xbox, PC, and for the first time,
Yeah, we already saw this.
PlayStation. It'll be arriving next year. To talk more about it, we've got Dan, Max, and Greg from the development team. Guys,
I'm gonna turn this down just a little bit because we already saw this, and just talk about it just a little bit, like my opinions about it. The reality, no multiplayer, only the campaign. They'll probably do that later. But like either way, like here's kind of the way I feel about this. I think this is a great idea. This is awesome. The problem though is that how many times have you remade the Halo 1 campaign in one way or another and tried to like resell it? I think this is like number 4. I think at a certain point, like this is great. I mean, as an old fan of the game, I think this is going to be really cool. I'm going to buy this and, you know, I'll play it, of course. Maybe play it with some of my old friends and, you know, like, you know, go back, you know, and do all that. And it'd be awesome. But at the same time, I think that Halo really is in a identity crisis mode where the developers for the game don't really know what they want to do with it right now. Because I think that really Halo has like a very older audience and people that have played it for such a long time that I think they're afraid to make big changes with the game. And I think also at the same time, that's caused them to like really kind of let the game not really grow. Like, I think they really made a big mistake. This is going to upset people that are like Halo fans, but I really believe this. I think they made a huge mistake by releasing Halo Infinite without a BR. Like, whenever Halo Infinite came out, every game that was popular had a BR. And the fact that, like, they didn't release it with that, I think was just a bad idea. So, the BR wouldn't have saved Infinite. I understand that, but I think it would have helped in the same way that Warzone helped Call of Duty. Like, I think it would have been a beneficial. And like, no co-op, etc. Millennials think that they had the best version of everything. Yeah. And so, no, I know they released without co-op. I genuinely think that it is the most important thing for them to have done, and they didn't do it. A lot of people criticize me on this as well because they thought that it wasn't the right option or something like that. It was like, oh, this isn't the true Halo or whatever. But you know, in general, that was a new Twitch tweet. Yeah, I'll read that in a minute. I pulled it up. Somebody showed it to me. And anyway, I'll look at it in just a second. But overall, like, I'll just get to this real quick and just say, like, I do think that they have an identity crisis with Halo, and they need to figure out something they need to do in order to, like, make Halo the next generation game. Because I feel like Halo feels like people, you might not understand this, but like Halo used to be like Call of Duty was okay, but like Halo was like the main game. It was like that was the game. Like this game sold. Like I didn't have an Xbox. I had a box that played Halo. Like that was it. I just played this one game, and I think a lot of people did too. And I feel like Halo, like from Halo 1 to Halo 3, it just had such an insane run. It was just crazy. And like then Modern Warfare 2 came out, and I think also like Halo 4 came out. Like ODST was decent, Reach was good, but then you know, like I think Halo 4 really was kind of the beginning of the end of people like being like super hyped about it. I think Halo 3 for its time was like the best. Like Halo 2 in my opinion was like the most influential of all the Halo games because it brought like online play to like a casual audience. But at the same time, I also think that Halo 3 was like the best version, right? Halo 3 was the best version of Halo. And so Halo 3 was already mid for me. Yeah, that's what I think. Unreal Tournament, you totally forgot. Yeah, but I think this was on. I think it was on another level beyond Unreal Tournament. So Halo Wars, well, that was an RTS, right? It's a totally different thing. So yeah, that's generally the way that I feel about it. And you know, again, I think that this is really cool. I'll look forward to playing this. But I think that the dev team and everything, they really have to look at making a new version of the game. You can't just keep relying on old nostalgia to just keep making the same type of thing. Like, I love seeing the old scenes. They're super cool. I'm going to play it. But at the end of the day, I mean, there does need to be at one time a Halo 6, right? Or some sort of remake. In my opinion, what would I do if I was the development studio? I would make another game set before Reach. Like with the original Halo Mjolnir experiments of like the other Spartans and everything. I think that's a much better atmosphere than Master Chief being the Lone Ranger. Like the Master Chief being the Lone Ranger is great for like a single player story, but I think from like a multiplayer story and like world building, I think it would be much better if it was like set in the Reach era as well. Like that's my that's my opinion about it. And I know obviously some people might not see it that way, but that's how I would look at it. And I think it would also just be better. It would make more sense for multiplayer. It would just I think it would lend itself to making a more cohesive story in general. So yeah, prequel needs to happen. Yeah. It also has kidnapping of children and alternating their bodies, permanent for today's climate. Well, I mean, yeah, they got groomed effectively, right? If they were like very physically active or something like that, right? And or physically like athletic, because like, you know, Master Chief's like 6'6", fucking Olympic athlete guy, and so that was it. So Reach 2, the stars, yeah, definitely, and it was fucking fiction, yeah, definitely. I want a prequel trilogy. Well, I just think that it's a better foundation to tell a story from. Like, it just is, because I feel like Master Chief's story, like, I don't know, I feel like, you know, Halo 1, 2, and 3, like, that was it. Like, you did that, like, and it was awesome, and you should probably have Master Chief in the old games. I'm saying you shouldn't have Master Chief, right? But, like, it should definitely be more, right? That was it, yeah. Like, it makes it more interesting in that regard. So yeah, put Chief with the other Spartans. Yeah, exactly, right? I think there'd be a lot of things like that to happen. Story's been told. But yeah, I guess that's the Halo announcement. Looks pretty fucking good. Excited for it. Looks awesome. Let me just wait and see what they say after this, okay? Because that was the trailer. We've already seen it, so I didn't want to, like, just watch the same exact thing again. Let me see what they're going to say after this. Twitch tweet? Yeah, I'm going to look at it after this.
Wow, guys, that is a lot to process. And I'm still trying to comprehend how Halo is coming to PlayStation. You heard it right. It's coming to PlayStation. I mean, I cannot even believe it. Brian, how excited are you about this evolution?
No cheers for that?
It's a huge deal, Lottie. It's a long time coming. We're just super excited to be able to welcome even more players now into the franchise we love, to fall in love with Halo the same way that we all did,
Smart.
24 years ago here at this point. And as a community
Trump
guy,
ended the console
Halo
war.
Community is super excited to welcome in their friends as well, and it's just going to mean more Halo.
That's why he's going to get a Nobel Peace Prize.
It's really a new era. Halo is on PlayStation going forward, starting with Halo Campaign Evolved.
It really is. Honestly, for me personally,
yeah, I think putting it on PlayStation is a great idea. It's absolutely a good idea. I can't imagine why it wouldn't be a good idea. So yeah, so Sony did win the console wars. Well, I mean, has it ever occurred to you that winning a console war isn't necessarily a good thing. Like sometimes you're winning a race that you shouldn't even be in.